So we're really keen to sponsor the Property Week drinks reception. I mean, it's great to be one of the headline events for UKREiiF, start of the week, to see everyone off in style, different kinds of investors, developers, different people from across the profession that are attracted to your events is just fantastic, and it's great to see people networking and getting to know one another, learning new things, and sort of making new connections, and those are the events that we really want to sponsor.
The mood at MIPIM was cautiously optimistic, and actually I think things are getting more optimistic. I just interviewed somebody from the retail sector who was saying that retail is in better shape than it's been for years, and even the office developers actually are saying, things are really looking up, and obviously living continues to go from strength to strength. So the mood is maybe less cautiously optimistic.
I think we've certainly turned a corner. There's a lot more stability in UK and London real estate. I think some sectors are really flying at the moment. So in leisure, in logistics, in energy and infrastructure. I think in housing, there's some challenges still for the market. So some bits of housing have got a lot of investors coming in, like BTR, student co-living. But I think there's still some challenges around the gateway process, the planning process. So hopefully being here with the policymakers and the partners, we can unlock some of those issues.
My company is probably more susceptible to the macro economic climate than most, but actually recently the Trump tariffs have actually been quite favourable for my business because there's a lot more capacity in factories internationally, shipping rates have come down, the pound strengthened against the dollar, lead times have come down on manufacturing. So as a supplier of furniture in the UK and the EU, actually I think probably Donald Trump is the single most influential person on earth right now, but thankfully after 4 or 5 years of it being very difficult, we might start seeing it being a bit easier for us in that respect.
We're all experiencing the Trump effect, which is one of inconsistency and despondency. So it's very, very difficult to do business, and it's very difficult for us to do business with people that don't know what's happening from day to day. Are we going into Europe? Are we siding with the US? No one really knows. No one knows what's happening. So as a result of that, no one's making a decision, which means everyone is delaying. And that is the death knell for us and for service industries by and large. So no, the mood in the camp at the moment is pretty low. But I think after today's announcement about getting closer to EU, beginning to break some of that Brexit wall down is all good news. It breeds confidence, and it means we go on to a slightly more consistent level, and that's what everybody wants. They want consistency, they want it to be boring, and if it's boring, then that's good for business.
I think from London's point of view, we look at the geopolitics of the market. So I think the biggest change for us is interest rates coming down, because that's going to attract a lot more capital into London. But I think the Trump factor is certainly having an impact on global investment markets. So where does global capital put their investment? What cities, what countries? So I think we're looking very stable with very good returns. London is still the most globally traded real estate city in the world. So I think the more that Trump causes chaos, the better for us in London.
I don't know if we could pinpoint one thing that would, all of a sudden catalyse the market to the point where we'd be running at 100 miles an hour. I think we would like to see lots of little things happening across the whole of the market. We've seen everything from interest rate changes to more capital deployment, better returns. There's more understanding about the Building Safety Act. Planning is being reformed. Lots and lots of things across the whole kind of graphic equaliser means that if we can push them all up a little bit, the market will definitely be in a more positive position.
So I think the external event that would have the most change in our firm would probably be changes in regulation. I think right now it's challenging for developers with everything that they're having to go through with the gateways. So I would think if there's some way of relaxing regulation, that would have a large change. But thankfully we're ready to go on our Leeds project, so we're shovel ready, which is really exciting.
I think there's a lot of things in the industry at the minute that are causing a little bit of uncertainty. There's a lot of different acts that are being proposed at the minute around regeneration, around infrastructure, around procurement, around housing. I'm very interested to learn about how local authorities and how governments and how investors are going to navigate those new regimes in the future.